She tells me she doesn't know how or why this happened. She is only hopeful that her son is able to survive. If you're ever outside a strip club when the sun comes up, it was either a really good night or a really bad night. And for two men shot here at the Pink Slip in Brooklyn, Illinois overnight, it was a very bad night. You either find out when you file that your return is not accepted, or you receive a letter. That's what happened to David Simons. And now the company is charging them over $1,000 to get out of that lease. Can you explain that? Maybe it was a disguise, perhaps a way of life. One way or another, Kirkwood police say the armed robber in this case was a man dressed as a woman. There are also responsibilities to respect what law enforcement officials are asking. How do you balance those two things, and how do you feel the public should balance those two things? By surveying contractors, we determined the job Ginny got should have cost $2,000, not $4,000. You don't have to look far to see the damage of an overnight smash and grab. Police helped the store owner here remove the door, and when you take a look inside, you can see what they did. They threw shelves around in an attempt to get whatever they could. What they were really after, though, was this ATM that's hidden behind this shelf. Good news for the store owner, that ATM is bolted to the floor. Right now, police are observing surveillance video. Hopefully, they'll be able to find the suspects here. We'll follow the story for you all day here on News 4 and KMOV.com.
Questions tonight surrounding a grandmother who allegedly kidnapped a baby in Ferguson.
The child is now safe after a Sarah alert was issued for the boy.
But police tell us they are still not sure why the child's grandmother allegedly kidnapped him.
News 4's Mike Colombo was there as he was reunited with his mother.
Few bonds in life are stronger than mother and child. What was that moment like when you were first able to hold him?
Just very exciting. Just glad to actually just have him back home.
Kendra's gaze into Darius's big brown eyes expressed emotions her words couldn't.
I'm just very worried about where he was at.
So was the community.
A Sarah alert has been issued for an 8-month-old boy.
It is being investigated at this point as a kidnapping. Police told us the boy was last seen Monday night with his grandma, Marcy Robinson, in a black 2005 Pontiac Grand Prix with Missouri license plate number FL3R2E. When a car matching that description pulled into this North St. Louis gas station, a customer and the store's manager took action.
When the gentleman that was playing lottery noticed the car, and we agreed that he'll go outside, call the police while I hold up, while I look at the products she was trying to sell.
When police showed up, he says Robinson was trying to hawk baby clothes and a child's watch for gas money.
I don't think she was in the right state of mind, so, she needs help.
Officers left the car and took Robinson to jail. She faces kidnapping charges. Meanwhile, baby Darius was returned to his mother. Back at home, Grandma's motives and family feuds were an afterthought.
Just taking it day at a time. I'm going to be keeping him very closely.
Amen.
It's going to be a long time before I let him go anywhere.
Reporting in Ferguson, I'm Mike Colombo, News 4.
Well, how long does it take to cut down a tree? If you're fighting with City Hall, that can take years.
Or you can call Colombo. Now, as Mike's showing us in this follow-up report, a frustrated homeowner finally getting some action.
It's tough to define a project's progress when the task at hand still stares down at you. But as the tree in front of Elvis Hazlitt's U City home is slowly slashed, he's starting to see the light at the end of the chainsaw.
I'm glad it's finally getting cut down. It took a long time. I've been calling for years.
When we first introduced you to Elvis last summer, he expressed a hunk of burning hate for the wrecking ball of roots that rocked his retaining wall, destroyed his driveway, and strong-armed his steps.
I know there's a drain going on here. If it's pushing the sidewalk up, it can mess that drain up too.
After years of complaining, he doubted U-City would ever cut the tree down. Are you hopeful that'll happen?
I hope it happens, because instead of me being out of pocket every year.
My conversation with U-City's Director of Public Works and Parks didn't provide much optimism.
I mean, unless it was a safety issue, we would not do it. We would not get involved.
In July, Elvis presented his case to U-City's Urban Forestry Commission. After all these years, it finally ruled the tree would be toppled.
And I've been begging for at least 15 years to get it cut down.
And branch by agonizing branch, it's slowly happening. Once the weather improves, the job should be completed. You could consider it Mother Nature's final stand. So if she's listening, like another Elvis once said, don't be cruel. I'm Mike Colombo, News 4.
This morning, Christmas came early for a special group of kids in Farmington.
This is a tradition the St. Francis County Sheriff's Department started 25 years ago. News 4's Mike Colombo was there as some 500 kids shopped with the cops.
Of all the lines you'll see this holiday season,
Hi, how are you?
this line
Are you ready for this?
might be the safest.
This is the officer that's going to take you, okay?
There's a cop for every kid,
My name is Officer Resch.
and every kid gets $100 to buy whatever they want.
Wow! That must be a must.
It's My Little Pony. Yes, I love her. Yes.
That's the one you want?
And the excitement grows every year.
We done about 57 kids that first year.
22 years later,
We're going to do around 500 kids this year.
Wow, he's so cute.
and for the parents of these cute kids,
It's a blessing.
but tough times mean tough choices.
Some kids don't get to get as much for Christmas as they'd like.
Knowing that, the St. Francis County Sheriff's Department helped raise some $50,000 to make this possible.
What you want?
Uh-huh.
All right, stick it in the cart.
By giving, these cops hope the children receive a message they won't forget.
Many of these kids, the only time they see a policeman is when something's gone wrong. We want them to know the police are the good guys. You can come to us for help.
When you check out the real reasons for the holiday season, you realize it's not what you have in your basket that counts. Turns out being nice instead of naughty actually does matter. And as a new generation learns about generosity, we should all remember you don't need a badge to share your gifts with others this time of year. I'm Mike Colombo, News 4.